Alright, what's going on, Salford? We are finally back from the break. It is not just me on the cast though now. I'm joined by JamboTCG. How's it going, boy?
Hello, gentlemen. My name's Jambo. A friend of his channel. I'm here to co-cast some amazing games of Digimon with my good friend Elixir.
Yeah, oh, some average games of Digimon, you know. These guys, you know, they've only won a couple of games, you know. Anyone can win a couple of games.
The UK is an underrated region in Europe, in my opinion, for Digimon. We don't have a lot of big events like this, so when they do come around, it's a great time of the year.
Yeah. So, we're getting into, what, is this round 6 now?
This will be round 5.
Round 5, round 6? Alright,
yeah, this will be round 5. Last time I checked, there was only about 12 undefeated, but that was at the end of round 4. So, just by process of elimination, there should be about 6 undefeated at the moment. Potentially, what could happen this round is that round 6 could just be the last round, potentially.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like a lot of the fast decks are still in. I don't think there's too many, like, control lists that are going to be just kind of, like, I don't know, doing what they do best and slowing the game down.
Well, so we see a lot of heavy hitters this format. Obviously, we see Mirage start to creep up with the format. We've seen a lot of Europeans start to just move back to old style Mirage lists where you just go for the OTK, which is what the deck obviously wants to do. But we've started to move away. I feel like this is similar to what happened in BT8. So we had the new cards come out. Players wanted to play the new cards, the new Pyodra and the new Master Day cards, and eventually people was like, oh wait, Blue Hybrid is still just the best deck in the format. So they just went back to Blue Hybrid and started winning again.
Alright, so first round is ready to
okay.
Hunters.
So we have Hunters from Jamie.
Shippy, Icy, Elijahmon.
Oh, so it is Mirage versus Hunters.
Alright, you know, I did not see Elijahmon. I don't know what I saw. But it's always fun. Hunters is like a list where you kind of expect one. There's always like one Hunters player that comes up and just like does what they need to do. Watchmaker is a fiend of a card. Like, it's, at the end of the day...
Watchmaker is an absurd card. Eventually, when they start printing more save support later down the line, it will just become objectively better.
Yeah. Because, like, at least the Tamers are, like, specifically, like, Hunter, like, tagged.
Oh, Digimon, your favorite card.
Summoning Circle, always. He always comes through. And when he doesn't, he gets you 3 cards closer to the card that you want.
It's a scry free.
Alright, yeah. I mean, let's just try to... I mean, I'll double check in a sec. But that's what I heard. Yeah,
mate, we'll check for 4. Hitting the Veemon. That's a great wall of advantage engine. Passing on the Euromano to end the turn. Shippy most likely to respond with some form of a Mirage line here. Yep, just making the BT11 Mirage, not getting anything interesting, not potentially hitting a check. That could give the Hunters player more advantage. He will gain 2 memory back because he has 8 in hand, and then he'll gain 2 back from his sources. So essentially now, Mirage has
7
in hand.
So
at the moment he is only a 12k 1 checker. Hitting into Gumdra, easy little survive there, never dies. I honestly think the only thing that Mirage could actually die to in security is exactly Quartz one, yeah.
I mean, Quartz first check wanted it more.
Oh, nice little double hit, adding both pieces that you need for the combo bottom. Milling the Zoodamon. Apologies. Yeah. They randomly put that on their card for some reason.
Yeah, it was just, the funny... I always remember it because it came up in pre-release where we had forgotten that it did that, and my man Derek came through and decked me out when he absolutely should have gone super minus.
Ending on a blue memory boost. Now, Shippy is an incredibly good point at the moment. He just adds the BT11 MirageGaogamon to the hands.
I mean, those are 3 cards that you definitely don't want to see hit like the bottom of the deck so soon.
Well, like we said, that Shippy's position at the moment is it's incredible because obviously Hunters likes adding cards to its hand by effect with stuff like the BT12 Taiki Kudo to draw cards start a main. Essentially now, Jaden has to establish a 3rd color tamer. Okay. This is also a very good play.
Yeah, that's not
Thins
bad.
the hand, gets you the colors you need so that Superior Mode can always resolve no matter what the level.
And you can always just choose to do the Uamano first, so that way you get the memory if you need to resolve the draw. Obviously, going neg from hand in order to play around Mirage still makes things harder for you in the long run.
Such a good bread and butter line. Going the BT13 gaogamon to play the BT13 Thomas, the Merry set, and also a card. Also, just force your opponent to draw, turning on all your when added to hand effects.
All right, we're gonna get that plus 1k. As we're gonna be seeing a 13k Mirage swinging for 2 checks. Again, it will die to Quartz, but I mean, we could also just see the. I don't know whether. I think you're in a position where you could afford to be greedy, but I don't hate the burst.
He shouldn't have done that.
I don't hate it. You lose a lot of tempo.
He made the burst first. You meant to bounce the tamer first.
Ah, well. Alternate.
Whatever.
There's a judge.
Whatever.
There's a judge sitting right next to them. I think intent is also quite important.
Yeah, true.
So like, if you say burst Evo and you're not role playing, I think everyone knows you're not expecting that memory cost to disappear.
We'll go the BT11 MirageGaogamon, gaining blocker, and then plus
2.
Plus 2.
The joys of the DP markers. Thank you to Conquest Collectibles for supplying those. And we are going to swing through. It is going to live. No need for. I mean, would have lived even with burst there, but I mean, value is value. You're under a memory setter anyway, so anything you do here, just ending with a mem setter is technically memory efficient.
Essentially, Shippy could just end on a second Mirage as well, and then just essentially just walk out both Taiki Kudo effects to the nice and more card advantage. Obviously, I think if you're Jane's position, you do not want to even add cards to your hand. If you already have the superior mode in hand, you just want to shotgun it and then just send it into his face.
And he's not having to digicross as well, so he doesn't have to use the Gumdramon, which could technically be a rogue agent.
Yep.
Gonna double check the 8 cards in hand. And I'm pretty sure the egg sleeves are Team Sovereign, right?
I think.
So that's like Usman's team as well.
Yeah, big up Usman. He will tap 2 tamers to reduce the next Evo by 2. Probably going into the... Damn it. Oh. Summon in circle.
Always, my man. He comes through.
Getting another Taiki.
Never does you wrong. He hasn't added any cards to your hand by effects.
It is potentially the worst one out of the 3 though that you would want in this situation.
Right now, not great. Not great. But if he gets rid of the Mirage. Ooh.
Terriermon for 1 memory to Digivolve the Mirage, and now we can go off to the horses.
Yeah,
we can go off to the races, baby. We can do whatever we want.
You probably tuck the blocker, right? You tuck it under the 100%. Arrow V. And then,
the second watchmaker.
I mean, he can do it. Better now than ever.
That's so funny.
A pop here isn't terrible. If he has the superior mode, then we're probably going to see tuck under the arrow V and then swing over it.
Yeah.
Whereas if we don't, then I think we're just going to calculate how much DP he needs to get the pop.
Inherently, the only issue with this play is that you don't have any more sources you can use to tuck. So obviously the issue comes with that you are essentially just raw dogging a Shoutmon to, I think it can pop up to, what, plus 3k for every 2 sources?
Something like that,
Starts at 7. So you can pop up to a
13k?
No, I think you can pop up to like a 12k or something, I think.
Either way, clear of the plus 2. Alright.
Yep, we'll reset to its basic DP.
Oh yeah, with the double pencil.
Oh, okay, that's huge. And that allows him to convert into a more efficient Shoutmon line.
Yeah. So he's swinging at security.
Hitting the Goma, never punished.
Never punished indeed. No jamming on that. He just simply decided that he was going to play for max value. Obviously, if it died, he could save, but like, you lose a lot from that. The problem is, though, they are level 5, so if there is another BT11 Mirage, whatever stack makes it back to him is not making it back to him. Like, they don't have material save anyway, but getting bounced still feels bad.
Yeah, essentially, Jaden is banking on the fact that the Shoutmon is going to live this turn cycle.
Oh, it kills both because you can spread the amount of DP.
Lord.
The minus DP actually puts the second body in range, so he can go for full clear here.
That is such a smart line.
So
that is
clean.
Such a smart line. Props a beautiful heads-up play by Jaden though.
I mean, that's why he's on top tables.
Currently undefeated.
Yeah.
Undefeated. Beautiful.
We're showing the top of, just like the top of the tables. I think, yeah, this is actually quite literally table 1.
now, if you're Shippy, how are you going to rebuild from this position?
I think you do just have to fully commit to like going for it. So we saw the Aero V earlier. It's a neat little tech. Now that they've lost access to a little bit more of that, like Melga sometimes was running it, but now that they lost the one of, but it's a good card. We'll definitely highlight the Omega.
Arguably though, if you're in Shippy's position, sure, your Shaman has just wiped your entire board, but you're honestly not that bad a position. It will 2-check you. But obviously the issue is now is that Jaden can now utilize these Taiki Kyos to get that draw advantage going neutral on card advantage due to having to pay one to get the effect. But just filtering those cards, getting more sources for your stuff is what you need essentially. It's the BT12
shot. Oh, BT12. Yeah, there's 2 Omni Shoutmons. Cringe. It's not
Watchmaker. Swing in for 7, 2 3 checks because that's 4 sources. Dying on the second check to a Mirage. Having no ability to save. Now, Jaden could just go for lethal here potentially. He goes hard player 2-drop, tap, make the rush guy, make superior. Oh, I think that's just the line he's going for.
What a strong game 1. Like, Omni Shoutmon is not usually like the level 5 that people talk about. It's probably the second best one, but the gap between first and second is so high.
Yeah, it's just insane. It's just insanely good removal in the mid game when you do not see those superiors. But obviously, superior is just the best one. Yeah, and that should just be lethal if he has the superior mode.
All right, we're seeing it go.
Yep.
4 costs.
Lovely.
There it is.
Game 1 will go to Jaden on Hunters.
Yeah, accidentally already had it in on this scene, but maybe I was just in the future. Maybe I already knew. That is game 1 locked in.
Right, they're not even at the table. This is recorded.
Really, really well done there. That and the Ikakimon was something that I think players were really slow to adapt back in BT12, but it's now become like a staple of a lot of
just generic DP minus built into your already aggressive combo deck is just insane.
Yeah, some might say DP minus necessary for the game.
Some might say that.
Yeah, some might say. Maybe some like washed comments.
Some YouTubers.
Yeah, you know.
Some YouTubers putting 9-minute videos about DP minus.
About your least favorite mechanic. Shout out to Digiburst.
Now, moving into game 2, if you're in Chippy's position, what do you need to do? What do you need to analyze? What have you analyzed from game 1 to push yourself to a game 2 victory and then eventually a game 3 victory?
I don't hate the early Mirage that we saw, but I think there was room to go searching earlier. Like the early Mirage turned off the Taikis, but before there were Taikis, I think we should have tried to establish body number 2. Now that Tuamon is like a known quantity, you have to accept that your Mirage will not stick around and you need the second one. So I think what we probably could have seen was a little bit more relaxed tempo on play push because he wasn't going for lethal. He was kind of just going for chip damage to see what happened.
It was like a value Mirage line, just lock him off some of those tamer effects and some of those. Obviously, they all have one attacking draw card, right? So just lock them off some of those effects as well.
The other thing though is that the tamers, as much as they are reduce the cost of the Evo, it's for each one. And we did hit 1 in security, but like Jaden had to like spin his hand super fast and commit to tamers. So I understand why he like tried to lock it off. But I think trying to play your own game whilst the hand is small, because whilst he's going neg from hand and he's not getting these draws, he is having to be very selective about how he filters.
I think just arguably just off the nature of Hunters being a deck where you just want to establish a load of tamers to establish value later in the board state to eventually push for superior OTK turns. It kind of is just objectively a bad matchup for Mirage. Because we've seen this with like hybrid matchups. A way to beat Mirage on like say like red hybrid is just play all your tamers out and then push for later lethals by making them waste those Mirage effects. Yeah,
the interesting thing about the tamers is obviously notoriously if you have a tamer and your deck needs a tamer, you lose to Hunters.
Yeah.
But Mirage gets to burst its tamer, and unlike Shine where it plays the tamer back, you're at least getting you at least have the option to not put your Thomas on board, so they can't just immediately superior mode it straight back into
Jaden
a stat you can't
going
use.
For an early check to abuse this early game much as possible. Oh, he has missed the draw by saving first.
Yeah. Good catch there from the judge. That is, like, BT12 was a while ago.
Yeah. Choice, a very experienced judge within Europe. Nothing's going past him.
Except maybe double pile shuffle.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
maybe some double pile shuffle will get past him. But I like the Shoutmon here. Like, yeah, I mean, the draw sucks.
It thins the hand 3 cards as well, which is obviously insane within this matchup.
Yep.
And then eventually, if it just lives the turn, it can just check for another damage and then convert into 2 more save material.
I'll be curious to see what his lineup is for the Tamers, because we've seen 2 Watchmakers, we've seen 3 Taikis, we've seen 1 U.
Oh, and the Zudo Ace coming up.
Not bad. It'll be really funny if this just means he goes -2 from hand again.
Yep. I'll be like, yep, I have 1 card in my hand, and you cannot play the game.
All right.
Taiki effect the draw cards.
Gonna get it whilst he can.
Tucking the BT12 Directmon. That card is almost unusable in this matchup.
Yeah.
And he's just going to hand whoop himself for 2 again. Hand whoop himself for 3, establishing the memory setter. Now, Jaden can just out this Mirage if he does go through superior line due to having 3 different colours of 3 different colours of Tamers. If we could get a little hand size count from Jaden, that'd be very funny.
Yeah, I mean, let's take a look and see. I mean, there's just 2. There's just 2 cards.
Yep. 2 cards.
Bro is not trying to pay taxes. April has come and gone.
HMRC are not on us. Now, if you're Shippy, you can play a bit of a slower game, I feel. Obviously, Jaden wanted to keep his hand to probably about 3 to 4 cards. Sure, you tax 1 memory, but I feel like taxing 1 memory to then lock off every other card effect in the deck is fine.
Alright, we are actually going to get the superior mode crashing in first. Is going to hit the Aero V, so that's another level 5 that has now been revealed.
Effect to save from grave.
Gonna go for the Ikaki. I like that. I mean, it came up massive in the last game, so no real surprise that it's
tapping the Taiki and the Tageru potentially. Just tapping the Taiki to reduce it by 1. Going into Digimon, summoning circle, summoning circle, summoning circle.
Off the top, always.
Oh, hitting the Tageru.
Never does anything wrong. I mean,
obviously it doesn't contribute to more colours for the superior mode effect, but just establishing another Tamer you can tap to reduce his erosion costs.
Yeah, which was the key factor in the last one. Now that there is a Zudomon, and also the thing is, I feel like he doesn't want to superior yet. I think because of how the overflow rules changed, where overflow you don't overflow if you get tucked under a Tamer or another Digimon. He needs the Mirage to go over it, so the source will get trashed once it gets tucked.
Yeah.
That said, though, we are going to go into a 5, so we might just be popping it.
Going for the Shoutmon line, I do like this. Essentially, just does become a +3 memory. Since you are, it would be a +2 memory essentially.
Yeah.
Because you are paying the 1 and then overflowing 3.
Okay, no, we are.
Just made the superior mode.
I mean.
Oh, okay, I like this line. So he taps on Watchmate to give it 2 checks, and turn another check to put 1 0.
Oh, he didn't tap it. Oh, he's just going for the 1 check. I mean, he doesn't need the 2.
Yeah, it makes sense. He doesn't have. It's only 12k at the moment, so there's potentially a line where it can die.
Yeah. So I guess if you just build next to it, then. Oh, he's still just going for the 1 check.
Yeah, I do like this. It's a bit more of a slower of a line. You don't randomly just check a Mirage and just lose the game.
Yeah.
Because you put them to 1 too much memory. But at the same time, depending on what Shippy's hand is, he could just make a full Mirage stack here and then just bounce the superior back down.
Yeah, it's a 5. Like, it's going, so, like, IMO, you put him on better habit. I guess the idea is that you don't... I mean, you don't even have an egg here. If you had an egg, then maybe you could just be like, okay, I got it.
Also, arguably, if he has the BT11 Mac, depending on how... Actually, no mind. That point does not make sense.
All right, yeah, so that's the 1-of, right?
Yeah, that's the 1-of. To bounce a 4, and then if it's very funny that this guy's inherit doesn't actually do anything in this matchup.
Oh yeah, very true.
I think he just has to make the Mirage here. And he will make the Mirage, bouncing the superior mode.
Alright.
He has 4 cards in hand, he will gain 1 memory, putting him to 3 because of the Tagadoo.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate he wasn't able to get it fully back.
Jaden. There is a line Jaden just has lethal here.
Yeah.
He goes any 2-drop Digicross, tap, rush, check him, and then the superior for game. So it is a 3-card combo.
I mean, we know he has the superior because it was just put back into hand.
Oh, 2-chop Gundramon, Digicrossing the Dame.
The problem, and he can choose, it's by placing it, so he can just choose to not draw one. He has the source.
Tapping Tagadoo. 0 cost. Gumdra. Oh no, this is very bad. I don't think you ever Digicross the Gumdra here. Oh, actually no, I kind of like this one because he can go for he can do superior mode.
Yeah, just superior mode. Get rid of it. You're giving up the damage, but it seems like Jaden's playing for just like the. He's just playing
to guarantee to win the game.
Yeah,
which is what you want to do in a regional.
Yeah.
You don't want to go for like a flashy, I can kill you this turn line. You just want to guarantee it.
All right, there it is. It's a Thomas and 2 memory, and I think even the wildest dreams couldn't help him. The only line you could say is that we went really negative to do that. There's nothing in raising, so full moon meteor impact here does clear board.
Well, I feel like that is the only out.
That is literally it. Even because with no cards in hand, or very few cards in hand, we're not gonna get full metal blaze. So if they're on that, it wouldn't work. So this is here where,
and that will be it.
Yeah,
Jaden taking the Mirage matchup 2-0. A lovely display of the deck.
Yeah, fantastic
Absolute
work.
Masterful piloting into this matchup. Just being able to handle whip himself for free on every Digicross is insane.
Yeah. And the Damemon and Shoutmon playing the Digimon straight to the field rather than going to hand first, then you may play, really helps play around the Mirage stuff. Security was just a nothing burger. It was just, if you never get to actually swing, then it'd be like that.
Well,
I was like, that was
insane. Arguably, that was a stomp.
Yeah.
That was Jaden knowing this matchup. I feel like he's obviously practiced this matchup quite a lot because he just knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if we could get a little interview. We do have a little interview cam that we have set up. So you can always double check and see if he's down. But yeah, it's no real surprise that we've seen that he's practiced in that matchup. It's one that, especially coming into an EU regional, you definitely have to be ready for. So, I mean, played masterfully, especially that game one. That game one was gorgeous.
That was...
Unfortunate for Shippy that that's where his run... His run is not going to end.
His run won't end. He can still get a top 8. So obviously, a Serial Limon is an insanely good prize card to get at the moment.
Yeah, and the thing you're thinking this late in the game is if you lose here, but still clutch up and keep it going, your opponent probably is going to keep it going, and your resistances should be good.
It would be very funny if Hunters does win a European regional.
That would be crazy. But
you're like a Henny Heed 2.0 situation.
Yeah, just like we've all been telling you, Hunters isn't bad. It doesn't change because it doesn't have to. It is just the deck. What I'll do is...
Do we want to get a winner's interview going?
Yeah, let's see if we can get a winner's interview. I'll go and see, because we do, again, provided by the Conquest Gang, we do actually have the microphone, so I'll just double check. So we can maybe go do a lab one. I'll leave it with... Oh, actually, do you want...
I can be a little entertainment. I can talk about the current state of the metagame and moving forward if you want.
That was an absolutely superb matchup.
Oh, thank you very much.
Arguably, I just want to ask, how much have you tested the Mirage matchup?
Mirage matchup, actually a lot of times local. Shout out to Otavio, he essentially destroys you on the deck.
Yep.
Just like sees a line, OTK, puts back the arresters, it's a wash. The go to today, I was like, hopefully I don't play against Mirage, but he's been very good so far.
Yeah.
So I got local play as well there.
I just want to, when we were watching the matchup, obviously, every Digicross with a 4 just hand whoops you, essentially with the Shaman King version. You just get the hand whoop for free.
Oh yeah.
For 3 cards out of your hand into the Mirage matchup, which is insane. How does that like affect the matchup?
Oh yeah, it's like my optimal turn 1 start would be Rookie, Shaman King Digicross, tear that out. Because that would be, he pops on 2 cards, but then I'm just like, that's 2 swings, that's potential more draws for next turn. Against Mirage, having no cards in hand, it's value for no reason, basically.
It's very good.
It's just, they get no games. They go, I'm under 8, I'm under 8 most of the game. I'm on like 7 evidence basically.
Now, you're undefeated. Going into round 6, potentially the 6th round could be the last.
Oh my God.
Depending on how draws and other wins work out. How would you feel if you won the Salford Regional today.
The DigimonTCG. Yeah, it's like it'd be incredible. I've been playing the cross-heart stripe strategies, same strategies since BT10. Loving it, love series. I've been playing it, enjoyed it. Went regional last year with this same deck, even same list even. And I just like went on top of that regional, so and it's good to get the redemption on the live stream as well, because I lost on a live stream last time. It's very nice to go on live stream and just turn the table. So it'll be incredible. My best tour performance easily.
Moving into the next round, what do you feel would be your best matchup?
Best matchup, if Aimers go by, blue is going in my favour, just like having times I went against blue today. Best matchup, anything that sets up my self-tamers, so sets up kind of pseudo towers. Because there's very few things that can't stop a rester, tuck under another thing. And obviously, if I play a tamer, that means I always have a target board. Anything that can afford to play single stack, like no tamers, is unbearable for me. So anything that requires tamers, that I would love to go against.
Obviously, we've seen this format develop. We've had obviously new card syndrome at the start of the format. We've played Nume. Well, a lot of Nume. Still is a lot of Nume in this room.
Oh yeah.
A lot of new Avaya. In your opinion, what is Hunter's worst matchup? Because obviously you've shown masterful elegance on piloting this deck. In your opinion, what is Hunter's worst matchup?
Hunter's worst matchup, in my opinion, is either Blackwater, they see the entire line, Hades Force. I might as well scoop up there, they trigger Hades Force once. But Hunter's worst matchup is anything that can OTK quicker. Red Hybrid has been a no-loser matchup. It's just they can go one check, two checks before I'm even set up for a rester. When I'm set up for a rester, the board is either half dead from swinging or they just have it all. So I say Red Hybrid just because anything that swings faster, it just means I run no defense. So if I get anything that has better offense, just helps me.
Very good, very good. All right, lovely. Great to speak to you. Good luck in the rest of the tournament. We'll send it back to Elixir. Back to Elixir. Okay, cheers, mate.
Cheers,
I'm trash. I'm back. Very nice. Very well handled. All right. So yeah, we still got some time. How was it doing your first interview?
Good, good.
Yeah.
The guy knows what he's doing on Hunters. He is essentially just playing a BT12 deck.
Still X1?
This set is incredibly funny.
Excellent. So, fanboy update. You got to mark an interview zone. Yeah.
We're gonna put some white tape though.
Yeah. Fruit pastel. Appreciate it. The labs just came through.
Oh, they were?
Yeah. Fantastic. I may have forgotten to turn them down. So the first thing was right, and I was just like, whoop, whoops. But